Hey there, I'm Elise. I'm a funnel strategist and conversion copywriter. I have built funnels that generate consistent daily sales for my own business. I have sold over 6,000 digital products in the last year and a half. I spend thousands of dollars in ads through my own funnels each month, and I help coaches, course creators, and membership owners use their funnels to sell their offers really consistently. Now, the difference between the creators who get sales consistently, like every single day, and those who struggle usually comes down to whether or not they have a funnel and whether or not that funnel actually works. By the end of this video, you'll know exactly what a marketing funnel is. I'm going to share the 5 core stages of a funnel and how they work together, and why funnels are the secret to selling your course, your membership, or your coaching program on autopilot. I'll also touch on some funnel mistakes to help you avoid them. But first of all, what on earth is a marketing funnel? A funnel is simply the step-by-step pathway that someone takes from not knowing you at all to becoming a paying customer of yours and hopefully buying again. But that's the next phase. We'll touch on that in a second. But you can think of it like this. A funnel is wide at the top where people discover you for the first time. You're bringing in a broad number of people because not everyone's going to buy, so it's wide at the top, and then it's narrow at the bottom where you have your paying customers. Have a look at this diagram here. We've got these 4 stages, and then there's a bonus 5th stage which I'll tell you about in a moment. So we start with awareness, where we're aware, capturing everyone into the top of your funnel, and you're wanting to generate awareness, to generating leads where people are putting their hands up and saying, I'm interested in something of yours. I'm interested in what you teach. Maybe you can help me. To nurturing them, so where you are actively sharing more about yourself, where people are getting to know you, to trust you and really build in that trust factor. To converting, where this is the part where people are purchasing from you. They're handing over their credit card details, they're buying, and they are in. So let's break this down by stages. This is awareness stage. So this is how people first discover you. Now, there are many ways that people can discover you, and you can do this via paid ads. You may not have tried paid ads before, but it's a great strategy in order to be bringing more people into your funnel quickly. So paid ads is the first way. You can do it via organic traffic. This is probably what you are most familiar with, especially if you're new to this concept. So think YouTube videos like what I'm doing right now, Instagram, maybe sharing pins to Pinterest, or even sharing articles on LinkedIn and connecting with people there. So it's drumming up traffic organically without having to pay for ads. And then you've got borrowed traffic. So this is things like you being a guest on someone's podcast. People hear about you, but it's not your own audience. Someone else has an audience and you borrow that audience. Maybe it's that someone refers you to their audience, or you are a speaker on someone's summit, or you contribute to a bundle. So you're getting leverage by being able to get in front of other people's audiences. That's borrowed traffic. So with all 3 of these types of traffic, the goal here really is to attract the right people into your world. So that's the stage 1 of awareness, which you see here in this orange section, bringing the right people into your world. Then we have lead generation. So lead generation is where you turn attention. So you've got someone's attention already. They are in your world. They're aware of you. They're aware of what you do. They're listening to you on a podcast. They are seeing your ad. You're grabbing their attention. Now we need to actually turn it into a lead and bring them into your world. So this is where you need to give people a reason to join your email list or join your community. And you can do this with something like a freebie. Like this could be a checklist. I have a funnel fix checklist. That's an example that I have. It could be a template. I have had a welcome email template in the past that was a great lead magnet to lead into my email marketing program. It could be a training, a free training. It could be a planner. So in the past, I've also had a course launch planner as my entry point, or it could be ChatGPT prompts. I've recently created those because they're very hot right now, but something that people will be able to hand over their email in exchange for something tangible. So that is your freebie. It could also be a low ticket or a mini offer, something that's under $10, something that is a no-brainer for people to grab from you. So you can generate leads not just with something free, but with something paid. For me, I have done this in the past with the course launch planner that I just mentioned before. That was $7. I have done this with 52 email templates. That worked fantastic for a long time for me in bringing people into my world at a profit. And more recently, I've created a low ticket offer called my Sales Page Builder Board. So that's a $7 offer that helps you create your sales page and a workshop as well. So there's that option as well. I recommend having a combination of these, having at least one freebie and a low ticket offer, especially if you're really wanting to grow and scale something with a number, like a real volume of people, not services, but something that is a volume where you're wanting to bring hundreds of people into your world. Then you've also got things like free workshops, challenges, paid workshops, and other options as well. But really the goal here is to start building your own audience, bringing people onto your email list so that you can reach out to them directly. You've provided them with value, they've provided you with their email address, now you can connect with them. Which brings us to the next step, which is nurture. So let's look at nurture. This is where you have these people in your world. Now you get to build trust with them. You get to build connection with them. They get to know more about you and decide if they like you. First of all, they're just getting some sort of tangible resource from you. So yes, I want that thing from you, but now it's, do I like you? Do I trust you? Do I want to learn more from you? The way that you can nurture people is through email marketing, sending regular nurture emails, through sharing stories, value-driven content. It's great to be able to share links to people, to your email list, to say YouTube videos like I'm recording right now. Maybe if you had a podcast, it could be sending your email list to your podcast episodes, or even it could be something as simple as recording a Loom video and sharing the link to that to your email list a couple times a week, just sharing something really valuable. This way they are able to hear your voice, to see you. And those two things really help build trust with your audience fast, so much more than just a text-based email. You think of the person that you last spent time watching. Maybe it's like your favorite YouTuber, or maybe it's your favorite podcast. You might binge that. I've got some that I listen to quite often, and it feels like you really know that person. And you go back to it time and time again. This is what we're wanting to create here, that level of trust that is built over time with audio or video. So the things you can focus on, shifting beliefs. So it could be sharing about, hey, these are 5 mistakes about email marketing that I see coaches making all of the time. Don't make these mistakes. Here's what you can do instead. This positions you as an expert. You could show your expertise, maybe by having a really controversial point of view. I prefer this platform over that platform, or I use this tech over this, and this is why. That helps people see that you're an expert because you've had real experience with something. It could be even sharing results or testimonials and telling the stories of people who have worked with you and the transformation they've had. But the goal here really is to start warming people up so they can see that you are someone who shares value and that you can help them, and see your offer as the next logical step. Then we have the point of conversion. This is the bottom of that funnel. So if we go right back up here and I show you here, conversion, this is the point here. So coming down to conversion, this is the part where you start making the offer and people buy it. So this can happen through a sales page, the main place where this happens, or if you had a school community, it could be a school about page, which is like it's not a long sales page at all. I think it's 1,000 characters. So you've got this really short space to be able to capture someone's attention. So a sales page, it could be a school about page, it could be a webinar, it could be a launch email sequence, directing to either a sales page or a simple checkout page or a school community. Anywhere where you are clearly presenting your program, your membership, or your coaching as a solution, and you're actually saying, hey, buy it. You need this, buy it. Obviously, we do that in a strategic way with a strategic sequence of messages, but this is the point of conversion. So now, yay, you bring people into your world, you convert them. What happens next? I did touch on this extra stage 5 before, and this is ascension. This is where you want to retain people. If they are, say, members and you're in a member community, you want to retain them and provide value to them and keep in contact with them, or you want to upsell people, okay? So that you are able to increase the revenue that you actually get in your business per customer. So people aren't just coming in and disappearing or coming in and canceling, but they are staying, they are engaging, they're wanting to keep learning from you and be in your world. So your funnel doesn't end at the first sale. I really want you to think about how to maximize customer value and create repeat buyers. This is what the top coaches, course creators, and membership owners and school owners do. They don't just bring people into their world, they're actually able to provide tons of value to people. People see that value and they want to stay in their world and buy from them again and again. Now, the way that you can retain people and upsell people, I guess logistically, is through things like order bumps, one-time upsells, membership upsells, bringing people from monthly through to annual, having a higher ticket program or a mastermind so that people can ascend into a higher level of touch and support with you if they want to. So making sure that you consider the offers that come after. I love Alex Hormozi's money models for thinking about this, for thinking about how not to create someone who buys once from you, but how can they buy again and again, or how can they buy more things from you? So that's something to look into if you haven't before. Now, when it comes to mistakes, there are some mistakes that people make when it comes to creating their funnels that can really screw things up. One is that their offer isn't irresistible. Usually this is because the offer isn't clear. Sometimes people get really fancy with the words they use and they use all this industry language, but I think if you can be clear over being clever, it is going to help your prospect so much more. We can use our own fancy words, but if we're able to explain something really simply to someone, it becomes more powerful. So make sure your offer is clear. Make sure your messaging, again, is not confusing. So we don't want clients to misunderstand the value. We want it to be really clear to them. And this can be just saying something plain and simple. I'm trying to think of an example. Say if it was for YouTube and you're a YouTube coach, it could be, I'll help you set up, or I'll help you create a repeatable plan to post YouTube videos to your account every single week. Like for me, as someone who has struggled with doing that consistently, I'll be like, that's awesome. Thank you. And this really comes down to knowing what your ideal client or customer wants and knowing what they struggle with. So when you know those two things, you're able to speak to this more clearly and you're able to make the messaging compelling for them. So those are the first two things. Make sure your offer is irresistible. Make sure the messaging is clear, not confusing, but then make sure you're actually driving enough traffic, because one of the biggest mistakes people make is they set up their funnel, but they don't get enough eyeballs on their offer. They don't bring enough people in. So they wonder, oh, I'm not making sales, or I made one sale this week and one sale next week. And often when we look at the data, we see, oh, okay, we only brought 10 people into our funnel this week. Only 10 people got our freebie. That's just not enough volume in order to get your funnel to make you sales consistently. So how can we be bringing more people into your funnel? And this comes right back to our stages at the beginning, our stage of awareness and lead generation. So awareness, how are people discovering you? Are you giving people enough opportunities to discover you with things like paid traffic, organic traffic, borrowed traffic? And do you have a freebie or a low ticket offer that is compelling enough for people to pull out their credit card or for people to exchange their email address for it? So considering those things is really important to make sure you are driving enough traffic through your funnel. Key takeaways. A marketing funnel really is the pathway for you to be able to bring someone from being a complete stranger and having no idea who you are or what you teach to bringing someone into being a paying client. Not everyone is going to convert, but we want to present everyone with the opportunity to become a buyer. Now, when you set this up and you have a marketing funnel set up, it means that you're no longer having to be entirely dependent on stressful live launches. So you have this funnel that should work for you around the clock. You have all the pieces in place. You're able to focus more on that top of funnel stuff, the awareness, where you are creating content, where you are running ads, and then the other pieces should be set up. Your sales page, your email sequence should all be set up to bring people into your world. So you shouldn't have to manually sell in the DMs unless you want to. I know some people like doing that, but you shouldn't have to rely on doing that. And you are able to make sales every single day consistently, granted you are generating traffic. So you move more into the position of traffic generator, and you also get to jump into your community or your course, or if you have a community, and you get to serve your members. You get to do that lovely creation and support and serving your members. Or if you have digital products, you would have that delivery automated. So it totally depends on the type of offer you are selling. But I hope this was helpful. Now, if you need help with this, I'm going to share some resources below. So if you're brand new to creating a funnel and you're like, okay, what are the next steps and how do I create this? I'll share a link to my free 5-step funnel roadmap that will share the pieces that you actually need to have in place to create your own funnel. And if you have a funnel but it's not quite converting, I will share my funnel fix checklist. So that will give you 20 plus little optimizations you can make to your funnel in order to get it to convert. And if you would like even more support with this, if you would like all of the support, the tools and the training to create a funnel, but also build, optimize it as well, that's exactly what I teach inside Funnel Envy. You can join me in there. I will include a link to it down below. It may be on waitlist. If it's on waitlist, request access and I'll let you know when our next opening is. But I would love to support you with this. And I hope this video was helpful. Please let me know down below if you have any questions and if this was helpful for you. I'll see you next time.